a reading for you about someone who is looking at a love interest or someone they are dating and thinking, I really thought you only existed in my dreams, or I didn't think anybody like you would actually ever be someone I could meet. We've got let me read that for you first. This is the Knight of Quills or the Knight of Swords. The object, truth, or the satisfaction of the intellect, and the object, passion, or the excitement of the heart, are, although attainable to a certain extent in poetry, far more readily attainable in prose. And with the moon, for the moon never beams without bringing me dreams. So there's this like kind of magical quality someone is feeling in their life right now. Like whatever I manifested is actually in my life, or what I was hoping for is right in front of me. I just have to like speak up and say, yes, please, right here. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Hello, Dana. Hello, Nina. Hello, Cynthia. How we doing? If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, Danny. Hello, James. How are we doing today? I hope it's been a good day so far. This is the Pulp Tarot. We'll see what else we've got about this person who seems to be falling in love or seems to feel like they found that dream partner that maybe after a certain while they were just kind of like, I don't think I'm going to find this person. Now they've changed their mind. What else do we have? We have the Page of Swords in the reverse, the Hanged Man in the reverse, Queen of Wands in the reverse, and Knight of Swords. Wow, okay, so this is making me think of the Shawshank Redemption when Andy Dufresne has to get through a particularly unpleasant tunnel. Page of Swords in the reverse, Hanged Man in the reverse, someone who may have kind of like repeated a few patterns or done something. It's like, I know that this irritates that person, but I'm going to do it again. And then there are consequences, because in the movie, Andy Dufresne was probably smart enough to know that his comments were a little bit irksome or could result in anger or outbursts from the warden. This is someone who has learned some difficult lessons because they did something more than once, or because they weren't willing to learn from a previous like conversation. Hey, that's not okay. So I think this is someone who has a type. I think this is someone who has had some experience as far as dating a particular type of person and not really learning the lesson until the very end. And unfortunately, that means that they've also got a little bit of fear that they will always run into that type of relationship, or that they will struggle to break free of that particular pattern. Hello, Zats. How you doing? Hello. Oh, thank you, Dana. Will Bond's birthday plans for Friday be canceled? Let me add that for you, Dana. B-Day plans for Bond on Friday, you said? Be canceled. All right, I've got that added for you. Thank you, Dana. Hello, Poseidon. How we doing? Yes, thank you for the likes and the subscribes. I appreciate it. So this feels to me like someone who's thinking, okay, I had to, at some point, just learn a lesson and realize I needed to change up my approach to love, or have different standards, maybe even source relationships in a different way. Death is also in the reverse, so this is feeling to me like, I was maybe blaming other people, but I had to, at a certain point, acknowledge that I was playing a part in that as well, based on the people perhaps that you were seeking out for relationships, or the type of treatment that you were tolerating. we have this acknowledgement of I had to, you know, really rethink how I approach things because I kept signing up for the same lesson or showing that I hadn't really learned from the last time around. Hello, Carrie. How we doing? Hello, William. Hey, Aqua Beauty. How's it going? We've got the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Wands. Both of them are in the reverse. So we've got someone who has realized that if they want to have a long-term relationship, it needs to be with somebody who's not toxic. It needs to be with a different type than what they had gone for in the past. And this is why there is this kind of elusive quality to it. Like, you know, if I want to go out there and find a toxic relationship, they feel like they could find that in like, you know, 30 seconds. But if I want to be able to be in a healthy relationship with somebody and not fall into those same old patterns, then it kind of begins to feel a little bit like a needle in a haystack search, right? What else do we have? King of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, and the Tower in the reverse. So, yeah, as far as romance is concerned, this is someone who has not given up on love, even if they acknowledge that it's like it's on me to be more selective, right? When I choose to be in a relationship with someone or when I pursue someone, romantically, I can't just jump into this long-term relationship without making sure there are certain things like kind of crossed off the list first. So we have somebody who's learned how to avoid the same pattern of, you know, a pretty dramatic or toxic relationship or pretty argumentative or not fun breakup situation. They know to avoid a certain type of person. 7 of Pentacles and the 2 of Pentacles. I would say this is somebody who realizes they need to be with somebody who knows how to remain grounded or calm in difficult situations. Or this is someone who's saying, I need to make sure I'm not dating somebody who thinks that I should have to pay for everything. So emotional maturity and financial security are the two main goals or things that it's like, I can't sacrifice on that because it just ends up as a toxic or codependent relationship. 5 of Swords in the reverse and the 10 of Wands. So they feel like even though they had to, you know, take this test a few times, even though they had to relearn things, they do understand now the role that they were playing in terms of inviting those toxic relationships back into their life because they were not changing how they approach things. All right, let's see what else we have. We'll go with the Bianco Nero. Hello, yes sir, how are you doing? What else do we have? 5 of Wands in the reverse, 5 of Swords. Interesting because we've just gotten 3 5s in the last 5 cards. Ace of Wands is in the reverse. I have cracked the code. I know why it is that those relationships all failed. I wasn't, you know, maybe as selective, or I wasn't as honest with myself about what that thing would do to a relationship. Somebody who looks at me as an ATM, or somebody who thinks that, you know, I should have to deal with their anger if they get home one day and they've had a horrible day. This is like, no, I'm not going to do that anymore. Those are not the types of feelings I want to feel in a relationship anymore. Thank you, Joshua Tree. Likewise. Hello, Lemonade. What's up? We have the 4 of Wands in the reverse. Wow, and another 5. The 5 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. So there's been instability, kind of like rewriting the playbook or starting a new chapter, maybe a decent amount of solitude or a bit of a hermit chapter, while we rebuild, right? Let's pull it back, think about what needs to change, do a little remodel, and then we'll go back out there and date. Thank you, James. Let me add that for you. I sure hope so. Be able to accomplish a lot this week. Awesome. I've added that for you, James. Oh, hello, Lee. How we doing? Now they want to have a CSE. So dramatic. Oh, no. CSE. I'm not going to attend meeting. Okay. Yeah, that seems excessive, eh? To have X look like, yeah. Okay, so do we want to know why the meeting is happening? Why is meeting happening? I'll just dig into the meeting in general and see what we get for that, Lee. Thank you for the tip. All right, let's see what else we have. So this feels to me like somebody who really did like a full remodel, you know, like taking out the entire bathroom so you can redo everything. I know that I had some responsibility in terms of why those toxic relationships were toxic, and I, because I'm responsible for some of it, am empowered to change those things. I can be like, oh look, there's a leak in the wall. I could just like, that's not really how you fix a wall, okay? You guys don't listen to me. Hello, God's my sugar daddy. How are you doing today? Thank you. We've got the Hierophant in the reverse. Page of Wands in the reverse. And the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yep. So I avoided relationships, or I focused on myself because it felt like my ability to pick out a reputable, honorable person to be in a relationship with was bad. Alexa, play Bad at Love. Like, maybe I was a little bit too impulsive. Maybe I should have noticed all those red flags. I'm sorry, I thought they were salmon colored. No, that was red. Look, at least you have a sense of humor, whoever you are. You're like, yeah, you know what? I probably could have done that a little bit better. I probably could have been a little bit more honest with myself about what I was getting into or what I was looking for. Trouble, apparently. So you're like, okay, instead of meeting people at the bar, I'm going to join a book club. I'm going to join a gym. You're like, let's do this different. Because it's not just about whether or not they're attractive. They actually have to have like a few brain cells to rub together as well. I said brain cells. What else? Queen of Cups. Sorry, Queen of Swords. Knight of Wands. And the King of Swords. Oh. Don't tell me we got another ex coming back around to ruin things. Is this the same energy? Let's just figure that out real quick like. It is. You guys, I was so nervous there. We've had enough of the exes coming back around, haven't we? This is saying we have someone who goes from the King of Swords energy, rapidly upgrading to King of Swords, which to me says we've got someone who is, yes, I'm aware of the type of person that I need to no longer date. I need to make sure I'm not dealing with somebody who likes to gaslight. I need to make sure there's some integrity and some honesty. But also I need to be honest with myself. That's what this King of Swords is. Honest with myself about others and honest with myself about myself. Self-awareness is great. It's hot. You should do it. I think lots of you already do. Hello, Abdul. How are you doing today? Hello, Ricardo. Thank you. What else do we have? Lockdown, mental prison, confined. Trash. I can't help it. This card makes me laugh almost every time, okay? In part because I'm a big fan of the art with like raccoons and garbage cans. Look, I think this is you once and for all being done with that toxic relationship pattern that you've gotten into too many times. Someone using you for money, someone who is just, maybe it's that like, let me draw this the right way for you guys. Maybe it's that like hot, crazy scale, right? Like the hotter you are, the crazier you have to be. I feel like you, my friend, have just cracked the code. You're like, oh my God, you guys, breaking scientific news. I've met someone who is hot and not crazy. Hello, can I have a microphone? Where's the news station? Come on, you guys, it's a big deal. I've proven, what's that guy's name? Einstein? Wrong. That wasn't Einstein. Still though, it's a big deal. Hello, David. Hello, Mark. How are we doing today? Did I say hello to Joshua Tree, or was that the last reading? I can't remember. Hello, just in case. We've got today, present, now, in the moment. Searching online, looking for info, records, and divine masculine. So I think this is a person that you meet because of a dating app or a social media app, or someone is friends with that person too, and so they add you, which is another way of social media app, Carmen. Or this is someone who's saying, I spent a lot of time trying to find someone online, feeling like that would be easier, and then it ended up just being more like organically if I just talk to someone in person. Whatever it is, we have somebody who's like, did I just meet somebody awesome? Did I just find somebody who's actually like hot but not crazy? I'm glad, Joshua Tree. You know, sometimes when I can't sleep at night, it's like, did I say hi? Did I say hi to Jennifer? Yes, the first one, but not the second one. No! We've got come together, reconciliation, spiritual union, soul contract, cleansing, meditation, clearing space, removing negativity, trash. Trash. Because you block or permanently let go of this ex, this past person, then the universe is like, oh, so you're ready for the real love in your life? Bet. We didn't know how long you were going to take until you decided to make that move, but now that you're ready, boop, there's your soulmate. Have fun, guys. Okay, don't burn the house down. The universe is like excited for you. Hello, Richard. How are you doing? Oh, that sounds great, Mark. Hey, Vic, if that's what you're looking for, you might need a different tarot reader, okay? Hello, Henry. How are you doing? Oh, to you as well. Hello, Stargazer. So we have pretending, meeting, and plugged, tuned in, internet connecting. So there's this concern that maybe the ex isn't going to stay blocked, or they're going to find a way to work around it. For some of you, your ex is going to try to find a way to leverage the internet, like be a catfish, so that they can figure out who you're connecting to, who you're dating, or even try to like catfish their way into your heart. So this is why it's important to focus on the person that you know is real, okay? The person that seems like a dream come true right in front of you. and is different from the rest of the people that you have dated, thankfully. All right, this is the Marigold Tarot. What else do we have? What else? Five of Rings, Two of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. So there's a change happening in your love life because you learned what you needed to learn. You made a decision. You were like, you know what? I've gone down that street over and over again thinking I was going to find true love. But now that I look at like the street sign, it said mistakes. And I was just like, more down this way, please. If you go to that way, the street sign says true love. So maybe I should go that way instead. Maybe I should stop making the same mistakes. Okay, let's do this. You change, so life changes. You change your approach to love, so the kind of love you find changes. Let me upgrade you. Ace of Pentacles and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Oh, I'm so proud of you. You're like, okay, I think I'm getting to the point where I'm ready. I feel like I know what I want. I've dealt with the things that I needed to. So with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, this is someone who's like ready or willing to be vulnerable in a romantic or emotional connection. Oh, I like that. A favorite meal would be surf and turf. With, if I'm lucky, there would be like some really bomb potatoes. Probably cheesy, but they don't really have to be, you know? Sometimes a baked potato with just like butter and sour cream is delicious. And some salt and pepper. Okay, add the cheese and bacon. Dang it, why did I do that? Now I'm gonna get hungry. Page of Cups in the reverse and the Eight of Cups. You walk away from the... I don't want to do that. From the trashy energy. Don't talk about people like they're trash, okay? We don't need to stoop that low. We don't need to get that stinky. We can just tell everyone that your ex's name is Oscar, and if they don't get it, they don't get it. You're done with that energy. You've moved it out of your life. You're not willing to entertain people that come back around with that same energy. And for some of you, even if they've changed that energy, you're like, it's still a no for me. Temperance. So your determination to keep this old energy from sneaking back into your life ushers in a new chapter in love. This Temperance card is talking about a good balance or a good mix. Somebody who really understands what makes you tick or loves you for who you are, but also inspires you to be the best version of yourself. We do have the King of Swords in the reverse, so a little bit of a hesitation here because you or your person, there may be someone who is not a fan of you or your person and therefore is against the relationship. I don't know that they're going to have very much influence over this, but they may try to speak in such a way that they could encourage a breakup. We have the Nine of Cups and the Seven of Cups in the reverse. But the thing is, even if this person tries to convince you that your person isn't great, or vice versa, I don't see this being successful because these two look at each other and they're like, oh my gosh, it's like it's stamped right on your forehead. It says soulmate. Just for me. It's perfect. So I love that. Let's see what we've got for you from the... we'll go with the romantic Lenormand. How about EWS? How are you doing? Ooh, that sounds good. What else? Hey, Rachel, how are you doing? We've got Bear, number 15, and Anchor, number 35. Your patience has paid off. Your willingness to be introspective or look within and be like, oh, sorry, that was me. I could actually change that. Let me just fix that real quick. Like, you did it. So don't expect the same BS or the same clowns from your past. Don't expect the same emotional immaturity or willingness to lie. Expect a better outcome or a long-term relationship that makes you happy, because that's what I see here. Birds, number 12, communication. And book, number 26. Maybe you look like a character in a novel that this person's enamored of. Maybe you make this person feel a way a book did. I don't know, but this is really like, I thought this was just something that, you know, existed in dreams or fantasy stories. Wow, okay, this person's definitely into you. What else, please? Flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Give your relationship a chance. New love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So this is somebody that you've been waiting for, someone who checks off a lot of those things you might have been questioning whether or not you could actually find this, right? And then here it is right in front of you. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So don't give up hope. Some of you have not met this person yet, and some of you maybe just recently did, but there's a really positive, like, you don't feel pressured around this person, or you feel like you can just be yourself around this person. Let's get some more love cards. We'll do the love oracle. What else do we have? Finality, farewells, leave behind, closure. Foundation, established, family, security. Clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying, and cloudy judgment, illusions, unbalanced, distorted. This is the toxic ex. You have this sense of finality. You know that you're done. That closure has been accomplished. You want to build a foundation with somebody who is capable of leaving the toxic and the drama stuff outside. And this person from your past, or maybe even multiple people from your past, are going to struggle to let go of the connection that they had with you, even though you've made it very clear you've let go of it successfully. But like, really though, how funny is this? All right, we have open heart, receptive. I told you, you're willing to be vulnerable in a romantic situation, this new love interest, and it benefits you. You may have been experiencing stress recently, and this person helped you to work through it real quickly. You may have been dealing with exhaustion or just feeling like you had to work too hard. And this is someone who feels, or it's like they know exactly what to say to get you into a better mood or help your troubles kind of melt away. What else? Withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary. escaping, avoiding, blocking, pushing away. So the one who may have ghosted you, or the one who may have avoided those kind of difficult conversations, who watches you from afar and doesn't know how to let you go, they're probably going to try to catfish you. This is someone who generally is quite solitary. They connect with people in short bursts, and then they have to regroup and just be by themselves for a little bit. This is someone who's freaking out because they feel like they are losing access to you forever, and they're trying to come up with a creative way to regain that access. I feel like this person's going to catfish you. Memories, reminiscing, dwelling, and bittersweet. They're worried that there will be no new memories created with you, which is kind of looking like it's going to be true. But, okay, let's leave that past energy in the past. Let's see some more from the Voyage of the Soul on this new connection, and then we're going to start with those personal questions, okay? Hello, Vaccinator. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Yuvi. Hello, Baby Yoda. Unknown. Unfamiliar territory, void, obscure, wait, risk, trial, and seeking, soul searching, treasures, uncover, dormant, gifts, and answers. Things become a little bit clearer to you as you get distance away from this toxic person. They're like a wintry mix when you're trying to drive home at 11 p.m. at night. Do you lose your ability to drive altogether if there's a wintry mix? Not necessarily. Does it make it exceedingly complicated? Yes. So, like, why would you want to deal with it? That's who this person is. I'm sorry. Carmen said you're like a wintry mix when I'm trying to drive at night. I don't know why I'm doing so many voices today. You guys put up with me, and I appreciate you for that. So you're doing this soul searching. Maybe your person too, right? But the fact that you are able to finally close a chapter or leave the past in the past is good karma for you, and kind of like a door slamming in the face of someone who deserves to have that. Am I saying that someone deserves to get a flat nose? No, I'm saying they don't deserve to have access to you. It's like about time. We've got collective, global, together, united, earth, consciousness, and starseeds. This is someone, this new person that you're going to be with is someone who is going to help you to feel like you belong, or help you to feel understood. This is someone who sees who you really are and wants to know who you really are in a meaningful way, not just for their own personal gain, right? We have seed, potential, fertility, idea, budding, future, and capable. And guidance, a helping hand, ask and receive, spirit team, friends, and soul family. This is someone who's a soulmate. There is a lot of potential in your relationship. Some of you will start a family with this person. Others of you will start a business with this person. And also, it's just possible that just building a life with this person is going to be that, I don't know, lively energy that this card is supposed to be referring to. If it seemed kind of dark and dreary before they came into your life, now it's going to seem like everything's in the sunshine, you know? Hello, Galaxy King. How we doing? All right, let's see what we've got for personal questions. We've got Dana, and then James, and then Lee. We're going to go with the Metamuse. Will the birthday plans on Friday for Bon be canceled? Will the birthday plans for Bon on Friday be canceled? It looks like there is going to be a serious challenge to this party actually happening. I think this is what's being decided, or it's being debated. But I feel like there is a problem here that someone feels they can't really deal with. Like, I don't know what I can change about that. So I would say pretty likely. There's a family issue here. King of Swords in the reverse, someone who lied. It just kind of feels like everybody's like, bleh. Why did that happen? Ew. Not a lot of happy energy here. So it feels like maybe some truth came out or someone said something real mean. So I don't know if it's just, we don't want to celebrate you, or maybe it's, I uninvite you for my birthday party. We've all done that before, right? Yeah, it seems like we've got a few people that are mad at each other. There you go, Raziel. Hello, Ashraf. How are you doing? Thank you, Rachel. Let's see what we've got for James. Will I be able to accomplish a lot this week? Will James be able to accomplish a lot this week? Yes. Oh, I love this card for that. Look at it. It's like a map. He's like, okay, got to do this and this and this and this. And then I get the sunflower. So your sunflower will be delivered by the end of the week, sir. Yeah, this is positive. Follow the plan. Be willing to change the plan if necessary. But it's like you decide you want to be productive. So therefore you're going to be, you know? Tower in the reverse and Emperor in the reverse. This is like if kids are fighting in the street and you like come outside and roll your sleeves up and you're like, what's the problem out here, kids? You probably don't sound anything like that. But you're rolling up your sleeves, you're ready to go. Like, let's do this. I feel like you're going to have a little extra energy this week and you're like, where did that come from? Did somebody like make me drink caffeine while I was sleeping? Two of Cups, Ace of Cups in the reverse. Why in the reverse? James, I feel like somebody is going to remind you to be kinder to yourself this week. Someone who cares about you, a friend, maybe a family member, maybe a romantic interest, but I feel like it's more so friendship. Someone's going to be like, now, is that the kind of thing that you would advise somebody else do? No, you would tell them to be nicer to themselves. This is someone who's like, you need to like talk better about yourself, or you need to be a little bit more understanding, please. Yes, you need to have strategy. Yes, you need to be smart about things, but there is no need to be calling yourself an idiot or whatever you do. And I kind of like it. It's like a no-nonsense loving grandmother. Like, you just stop now. Hello, how's it going, Sundar? Hope you're having a good day. All right, let's see. Anything else for James? Six of Swords in the reverse. Something is difficult in the environment or something gets delayed, but it doesn't mean that you can't be productive. So this is someone who's like, it's okay. It's okay. You can still shower even though it's just cold water. It's okay. You can still, you know, make some pretty art even though you only have a brown and a green crayon. I believe in you. This person tells you you're good. And I think they're right. It's just like kind of comical too. So remember to have a good sense of humor this week. I think you always do. All right, let's see what we've got for Lee. We're going to go with the Noisy Tarot. So there's a meeting, CSE. Lee is thinking about not attending. Why is this meeting happening? What does Lee need to know about this meeting? Ace of Swords in the reverse. Nine of Pentacles. Two of Swords in the reverse. Five of Pentacles. Is this biased? Yeah, I feel like, you know, this stinks because there's someone here who's trying to make something seem legit when it's not. Like the Ace of Swords is in the reverse because this is like a scam or this is false or like, hey, like, can't we all tell that that was like photoshopped, please? Hello, do you have eyes? There's something here where it's like, I can't tell what you're saying. I don't understand. I don't see things that way. They don't see things that way because they don't want to see things that way. There's bias here for sure. Hello, Jing. How are you doing? Hello, Justin. How's your day? What else do we have? 10 of Swords in the reverse. And the Moon. Yeah, I feel like there's someone here who is saying things are better than they actually are, or is just kind of like, maybe they don't care about their job anymore, so they're just, meh, whatever. Tower in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles. Is it a big, like, is it a bad thing if Lee does not go? Yes. Why? Knight of Cups, Six of Cups in the reverse. Showing you don't stoop to someone else's level, showing that you are considerate or you want to be a part of the conversation. It's like they have higher expectations for you. And number 3 is important. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands in the reverse. You might be able to point out a lie or prove something is wrong, but maybe only if you're there. Or you might be able to influence somebody because you know about this if you're there. But if you don't go, then nobody's going to point out the lie. Yeah, it really does feel like someone just doesn't care about their job and they're just kind of like, whatever, what do we decide? I'll flip a quarter. There we go. Okay, job done. Can I go get lunch now? You know? Okay, thanks for sharing, Mark. I still hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to leave it there, everyone. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for hyping if you're able to. You'll probably see me post some more pre-recorded videos for later in this week. But I will see you probably pretty bright and early tomorrow morning, per usual. And I hope